Today we're making authentic Italian tomato sauce, and I don't mean spaghetti sauce or pizza sauce or that thick, really garlicky, herby, oniony sauce that we use here in the United States for all kinds of things that we just love. This is just a basic tomato sauce, and it only has a few ingredients. I think you're going to love it. I'm also going to show you how to can it so you can keep it on the shelf without refrigeration or without freezing for up to a year. Here in this pot, I've got a couple of pounds of San Marzano plum tomatoes. You could use whatever kind of tomatoes you like. I've cut them in half to help them release their liquid quickly, and I'm heating them up over medium-high heat. After about 10 or 15 minutes, this is what we have. Give it a stir. When the tomatoes are soft, turn the heat off, and we'll be ready to move on to the next step. Now what I have in this box is a mechanical food mill that I found on Amazon. I really love this device. It makes canning tomato puree so easy. You can watch me put it together here in just a few steps. A little noisy maybe, but there we go. This device is easy to use, easy to clean, and I really love it. And as you're going to see, it turns a ton of tomatoes into sauce in no time at all. It attaches to my KitchenAid mixer. And so once I get it plugged in here, I'm going to show you how to do that. You just take off the label here from the front. There's a screw on the other side, and attach it right there. No big deal, right? Tighten the screw, and you are ready to roll. Now, here notice I put two big measuring cups, one under the thing that pushes the seeds and skin out, one under the thing that has the liquid and puree coming out of it. I put all of the tomatoes in the hopper there. It's such a big hopper. This is just so wonderful. You just dump them in there, start your machine up, and as you can see, liquid starts to flow right away. I use this plunger to force the tomatoes into the device, and as you can see, it makes very short work of this. And when you're done, you've got a bunch of beautiful tomato puree, and the skins and seeds have been removed magically and effortlessly. Put that back in your pot and start to heat it up over medium-high heat. Add some seasoning next. Here I'm adding 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. You add as much or as little as you like. And some sweetener. I'm going to use stevia. You use whatever sweetener you like. If you're not eating keto, use a little sugar, maybe a tablespoon or 2. But always give it a taste before you move on, because you want to know that it's exactly how you want it. Now next, I want to make sure that I get this heated up to at least 180 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 83 degrees Celsius. Now that's the safe temperature for putting it in the can, right? Here we've got our sterilized jars, and in each one I'm going to put a single basil leaf, just like this. This is just how they do it in Italy. And then next we're going to fill each jar with our beautiful tomato puree. Using a canning funnel makes it a lot easier to be neat, or kind of neat, I guess. I'm always a little sloppy when I do this sort of thing. And we're going to fill each jar to about 1/2 inch from the top. Now, once they're filled, you want to make sure that you wipe the tops of the jars, just to make sure they're really clean before you attach the lids. Here I've got reusable plastic canning lids. Get those on there. Next, the metal bands to hold them on during the canning process. I'm going to be using a pressure canner, but you could use a water bath canner, a steam canner. There are lots of options here. I'm going to get them in there. Nothing to it. And attach the lid. The next thing I need to do is evacuate some of the air from there over high heat for about 10 minutes. And when those 10 minutes are up, I put the topper on. When it starts rocking gently, I set the timer for 15 minutes and wait. When that 15 minutes is up, we want to turn off the burner and remove the canner from heat. Let it cool. I'm going to set the timer for 35 minutes because that's about how long it takes for the pressure to naturally just come down. And there, that 35 minutes is up. We can see it's ready to open when you push the topper over and no air escapes. Perfectly fine. I'm going to lift off that lid and get those jars out of there onto a rack to cool completely before we store them in a cupboard or somewhere. And aren't they just beautiful? Look at that. I think canning is just such a satisfying thing to do. I really adore it. And here they are. Hey, listen, before you go, don't forget to like, share, comment, and especially subscribe to my channel. Helps my channel grow, and it helps you find my videos, especially when you click on that notifications bell. Thanks so much for joining us here today at Tim Talks Cooking, huh? We'll catch you next time.